Daniel's speech this morning is the power of patience. He has two basic objectives. One is to project the broad intent of his speech as well as the clearly defined specific purpose. So he should want to persuade you on something, but have narrowed it down to something that will actually fit in the time frame. Those are two things you should be looking for when Dan is speaking. Dan grew up in Oregon and moved to California in 1993 to pursue a career in retail after being offered a job at Macy's. At Macy's, Dan was an area manager for all men's clothing, men and women's shoes, and Dan has a shoe fetish. He ended his career, I don't know why he ended his career, but maybe he retired rich. In 1996, Dan went to work for Downey Savings as a branch manager, opening in-store branches for the bank. Dan has since worked for three financial institutions with most of his experience in in-store banking. Currently, Dan is going through a rather large integration of three banks, which has led to the topic of his speech today, the power of patience. Thank you.
Good morning. How's everybody today?
Good.
Great.
The power of patience. Patience is a foreign concept to many of us in North America, where everything happens at the speed of light, and it seems like we're all going through life with our hair on fire. Some have called this the microwave generation. Such are acknowledgments that patience is a rare character among many. Have you ever lost your patience? Of course you have. We all have. Circumstances and people can sometimes push us all over the edge and try our patience. Today I'm going to go over three basic points that I found important to me in patience. The first point being, look for the big picture and meaningful message within any mess. Point number two, find something humorous about every situation and leverage it for laughter. And point number three, pray to your Creator to help you master your moods and govern your emotions. Now the reason why I chose this is because over this last month, I have been going through an integration at work where our company purchased three banks, and instead of choosing one platform that one of the banks were already on, they decided to purchase a whole new one. And they keep telling us this is a state-of-the-art banking platform, and that everybody's going to love this platform, and it will be an easy integration. Well, we've all been waiting all year long for what we're going to expect or see or what this platform is going to be. And it seems like it all happened at once. They started training in October and they rolled out the new platform on November 8th, and it has been a tremendous amount of work. It's taken a tremendous amount of patience from the employees as well as our clients. We are very excited about the new platform, and it is state-of-the-art, and there is a lot of great things about it. But this last week has been tried and true to everybody's patience. So for point number one, look for the big picture and meaningful message within the mess. Be a lifelong learner. Take something positive from the experience regardless of how painful the situation may be. Leverage life lessons in the situation. The Chinese, for example, they see problems and opportunities as the same. Their character for problem and opportunity are both the same. Many of the world's greatest discoveries, breakthroughs, and entrepreneurial fortunes have came from basically a mess or a problem. But looking at the problem differently than everybody else, situations were found and opportunities did abound. For example, we went live on November 8th, and this is how I relate this to my situation. And I was in new accounts training the week prior. On Monday, I get to new accounts training to learn how to open new accounts once we go live. And on the first day, we find that our training manuals, they don't match what we're seeing on the computer, what's on the big screen in front of us. Now, I believe that our trainer had the utmost patience because he was able to keep us moving and he found humor in it, and we got to be a part of the solution. Because even though we were all, especially a lot of us being managers, we want everything to be right and perfect, they kept assuring us they were going to give us new training manuals that were going to match the new platform when it came on the 8th. We still haven't got those manuals, but we're working through it. And the positive side of this mess is that us as managers, we were involved every day during that week on conference calls. We had and there were 7 training facilities, all in the same conference call with the master control room, and we were able to say, this is what's working, this is what's not working, what we'd like to see differently. And lo and behold, when we went back to the computers, they were already changing and updating. So even though it was a mess, we were able to be a part of the solution, and that's how I relate this point. Point number 2, find something humorous about the situation and leverage it for laughter. Humor lightens the heart, fills the soul with joy, and lessens the load of our day. Laughter is an elegant and fun way to diffuse tension. Everybody loves to laugh. You'll be you'll be much more popular among people if you can skillfully take a tense situation and see the humor in it. Again, something I can relate to this point is once we went live in November, we have, the company did this phenomenal job in putting together these books for all 3 banks. And basically the book was step-by-step instructions of what was going to take place, what the client needed to know. If they had this product, it was going to fall into this new product, because they also changed all our products and services. Didn't keep any one of the 3, but created the best of the best of those 3. So we have these clients that come in with their book and sit down at my desk, and this little lady wants me to go over this book with her step by step.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so this took about 45 minutes. She had 3 accounts. She had a CD, pretty simple conversion, checking account and a savings account. Once we told, and the book was perfect because it would have, this is what you're in now, this is what your new product's going to be, and these are the key points you need to know about the differences. So we went through this book page by page, detail by detail. A little bit frustrating on her part, but I was very patient through it all. So towards the end, when she says, so, I get an ATM or debit card with this product. She has never had one in her life. Wanted to know the advantages and disadvantages and why it would be important for her to have this. After explaining it to her, I tried to tell her, you don't have to have this, because she didn't seem to be getting it. But I was patient. So at the end, she says, so you're telling me that when I come into the store to do my shopping, and I fill up my cart, and I go through the checkout stand, and I get to the cashier, if I pull out an ATM card to pay for my groceries, people of your age and stature will have a lot more patience with me than they do now when I pull out my pen and my checkbook and write a check. So that was the humor in the situation. And in the laughter of it all, she thanked me for my patience, and I thought, thank God I sat here and was patient for her. And the third point, pray to your Creator to help you master your moods and govern your emotions. Prayer is a wonderful exercise that takes your negative energy, harnesses it, and utilizes it for good to employ resources for the unseen world. I know that I found myself this past couple of weeks repeating the Serenity Prayer. Although it seems to be very popular among people in another organization, I find it to be very useful in everyday life. And I even say many times, instead of God grant me the serenity, God grant me the patience to accept the things I cannot change. And that's very important, and prayer will help you through the tough situations. So in conclusion, give yourself the gift of patience. Don't allow your inner world to be disrupted by what goes on outside of you. Remain in control and master your emotions. You're greater on the inside than anything can affect you on the outside. Wow.